Sure. Hey, Dan.
How we doing?
Doing well. So clearly not you guys' best performance of the season, but got the job done. You're going to the SEC title game now. Just how big an accomplishment is this for the program? And it's what you were brought in to do.
Absolutely, and it shows where the program's at, right? When we're 31-7, when cleanup time starts, and we kind of clean up the game to finish it out, and we say that's not a very good game by us, or not one of our great performances, shows where we're at as a program, which I think which says a lot. So I'm really proud of our guys. Really proud of how we played. Played a great defensive game. We got to finish it there when we get into the cleanup time at the end of the game. We start subbing guys in. They got to come in and slam the door and not give up the 2 garbage time touchdowns that they scored there at the end. But overall, pretty pleased with how we played for the day. Some mistakes, things we got to get cleaned up, but winning the SEC East Championship in this year, the hardest year in the history of this league, we're going to play 10 conference games, regular season conference games, to win our division is pretty special and shows a lot of what the team's at and what our coaches and the whole program's at.
No doubt. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is coaching carousel time. We're going to miss you. It sounds like you're heading to Texas.
Am I? Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Call the boss. You need to call the boss on that one. I don't know. I go home. I guess I'm gonna go home and the house is packed already. Then I guess. Shoot.
Just joking. Are you happy to see Brian Johnson get an interview for a big job?
Well, I'm happy all our guys to get opportunities. I do think we have a very underrated coaching staff. I've said that a lot. I think, people look and say, hey, I get a lot of credit, and I probably get too much credit. And you're kind of shocked. We have a bunch of guys on our staff. I think that would make great head coaches. And it's great to see. We've had some guys through the years with John Hevesy and Billy Gonzalez, and Brian get coaching, get interviews. I have some former coaches in Manny Diaz, and that's now a head coach at Miami, even though he didn't come directly from us. Kind of a shame that guys, Jeff Collins as well, didn't get more. Don't get looked at and get more opportunities. I think we got a great staff. I think we have a great program. I think our coaches would do an awesome job. I'd love to see guys like Todd Grantham get opportunities to go be a head coach, and with Brian, with all of our guys. That's what everybody wants in their dreams, and I think programs would be really pleased if they gave those guys an opportunity to go show what they could do.
Thanks, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Long.
Yeah, congrats, Dan.
Thank you.
You talked about it being the hardest in the history of the SEC. Can you take us through just how daunting it's been? All year, really.
Well, you're looking at things. When you have the COVID deal, you have the guys that decide to opt out before the season starts. We come in today's game and we're down. We're already to our third string safety by the fifth play of the game. It seems like. And you're doing it against excellent football teams. This is the SEC, and I think one thing that the league's not getting the credit for is playing these. If everybody played, we're playing 4, 5, 6 games or something. Who knows what the records would be? But when you're looking at all these teams in this league, usually it's the SEC. You expect a lot of, you look at everybody teams in this record, you expect most people to go 4-0 or 3-1 outside the league. That's kind of a lot what happens. And you start throwing 4-0 onto the current win totals of teams in this league, and I think be pretty surprised. But I think it is such a huge challenge. You're talking about top to bottom, the best league in college football. And when you are that top to bottom, that's where this challenging comes from every single week. There is no breather when you're playing an all SEC schedule. There's no chance to catch your breath. And it's a huge deal for our guys to be able to come and win the league with that type of year that we're going through.
We've seen you dance in the locker room this year. Did you dance tonight, or was it pretty subdued?
Yeah, no. It was a good celebration for our guys. I think our guys are really excited. Our guys are happy. This is what we work for, was this opportunity to go win the East. And but I think our guys are also very driven, and like I said, we're going to enjoy this win. It's a very celebratory atmosphere in there. But I think our guys also know they're going to be ready to get back to work next week and get better. And I think the goal is to win the East. Because that's what we can control coming into the season. Now, you go to our guys, they want to accomplish an awful lot more than that. But that's all we can control coming into a season, and we were able to do that. And so now we have the opportunity to control being SEC champions. And, that's the next step. And so we got to start preparing for that 2 weeks from today.
Yeah, Coach, congratulations. I'm just wondering what it means to you to get to your first SEC championship game as a head coach.
Means a lot, I think you guys know me. I'm a perfectionist, and I'm critical of every little detail that goes on during the game, and I'm starting to analyze all the different ways we can get better. So Scott Strickland he came up, told me to put a smile on my face, and a lot of players make sure we enjoy this, put a smile on our face, because this is what we work for. So I'm thrilled. This is it. When I came to Florida to have the opportunity to win championships, and that is the reason that I came here. Now we're SEC East champs, and now we have the opportunity to go be SEC champs, and that's what you work for all the time. That's what we work for since the day that I got here, a little over 3 years ago.
Also, should the pooch punt go on Kyle Trask's Heisman resume?
Yeah, don't you need a Heisman moment, right? So maybe that was his Heisman moment, pinning them deep on the pooch punt down into the end zone.
Thank you.
Cassidy.
Dan, tell Edgar it's not coaching carousel season so much as Jimmy Sexton season. This is his time, right?
It's Jimmy. Yeah. All those guys get hard at work. I don't know. You know what I mean? This year, I'll be perfectly honest with you. It's such a unique year. I know ADs don't want my advice, but I'd be very cautious of understanding what everyone had to go through this year to have too quick of a trigger on what you're doing. So I don't know. I mean, I haven't had a chance to talk to Scott yet, but I think I should be safe. We'll see. Hopefully you'll see me back in orange and blue next year. That's more of a question for Scott than me. I don't control that. He does.
No, I was just making a joke, so thank you for.
Yeah. Hold on.
Be safe. Official from the UAA. Dan Mullen is safe. When you know that you can sort of throw and essentially even score at will, what goes into the thought process of maybe slowing it down, either taking it to the ground, or is it gamesmanship?
No. Well, you're trying to manage the game, you know what I mean, at different times, and manage different situations. And I think you guys know we want to try to stay balanced. I don't think we didn't do a very good job of running the football at all tonight, and that's on us. We got to be better running the ball. We got to be more physical up front. We got to do a better job of running the football and establishing the run. And I wish we could score at will. I think we left. I don't know if there's a game this year we left more points on the field than we did tonight. I'm really disappointed that we left all those points on the field offensively. For me, that's probably, if there's one thing I'm looking at this, to say, to score 31 points, that was disappointing for me with the opportunities that we had to go score a lot more points during this game.
And then, like you mentioned, getting down to your third string safety, when you do get Trey Dean back on the field more, though, this is a guy that was starting his freshman year. To see him sort of come back and work his way back in and if he tackles at the sack. What does it say just about him coming back?
Well, it just shows our guys. We talk to all our guys, and to say that, hey, you're down to your third string safety, we like to roll guys in, and so we play a lot of players. So, but you come in and late in the week you lose Sean Davis, and then this third play of the game you lose Rashad Torrance. So, when you get there, that there is no more rotation. Part of it, I'm wondering, okay, what's next? And the next guy in the game was probably taking all scout team reps the week before, the whole week, for what we're doing. And but I think Trey Dean, they did, you look at it, and I guess that's the benefit of having multiple guys as starters. You know what I mean? When we do there, we start to lose the depth when we get down and get knocked down that way. A guy like Trey Dean, we have a lot of confidence in. He's played a lot of football. He's an experienced guy, and he would normally rotate in a bunch. So I guess calling him a third-string guy is probably a pretty inappropriate thing to do because we expect everybody to be starters. But it really, to me, it does – in the course of the game, that's just something else that's added to it that, you're like, holy cow. Because part of me is not that Trey Dean's in the game. Part of me is what's next. And, you're looking down the bench. And, like I said, the next guy going in has probably been on the scout team all week.
Thanks.
Nick. Hey, Coach. The right side of the offensive line seems to struggle at times. Gave him another sack today. Pro Football Focus says they've given the right tackle's given up 32 pressures, 20 hurries, 9 hits. We don't get to see practice. Have you ever considered making a change at the right side and shuffling in younger guys?
Yeah, we rotate guys around a little bit on the offensive line. We've had injuries. We've had problems that way, so probably not. We're trying to get our best guys on the field. That's cool. I don't know. Hard one to me is I think our sack was a miscommunication on the quarterback. Does Pro Football Focus know what play we called and that we missed the snap count?
I don't think so.
Okay, so not to take it that way, but there are, the statistic part is great in college football and all of football. I love the statistic part, but there are also some other things that go into it that you look at. And, so I don't know. We're trying to always have our best 5 on the field at all time. We try to roll some guys in there to get them going and, we do what we can do.
Steve, go ahead.
Yes, Coach. I imagine you have some pretty good memories of Atlanta as an assistant. What does it mean to try to bring that program back here to Atlanta and to try to make some more memories here?
I think it's awesome. I think this is for us. This is where we want to be. We want to be playing in Atlanta in early December, and this year happens to be mid to later December, I guess. But that's always that's the goal, and that's the Gator standard. That's what it's about. And so I'm excited to get back. We've had I've had 2 great trips there as an assistant coach. It is such an awesome game, a special game. It's still and it will be again this year. And but we'll enjoy that tonight. But we got another huge game at home, and one of the things we always want to do to be successful, you want to win in the Swamp, and we got the opportunity to have an undefeated season home at home next week. So that's gonna take over our focus starting tomorrow.
Now you have 2 weeks to kind of hold your breath. I hope everybody gets there healthy. How much? I don't know how you can help to ensure that, and how much trepidation is you got to have for next week.
It is what it is, and it shows that I certainly hope as everybody that people look at things and say, hey, you're playing a 10-game SEC schedule, and we're going to play a championship game, 11 SEC games, never been done in history. It'd be interesting seeing the league if you didn't do that this year like some other leagues are doing. So. But for us, we're going to come out there, and we got to go play next week and find a way to, get ready, get to work tomorrow on LSU playing the defending national champion tomorrow. So, or next week. So, that's what makes this league so great. That's why, hey, why you look at recruiting classes. Why do people want to come play in the SEC? Yeah, you look at, all the time, most NFL talent comes from the SEC because this is where it's at. It's most like the NFL from week in and week out. You got to play your A game, and this year playing 10 games, it shows that. It shows what an unbelievable league this is from top to bottom.
All right, we have time for Zach and close with Goldie.
Hey, Dan, makes a lot of sense why you would be safe after this year and what you guys have been able to accomplish. But with that, I'm sure you're getting a lot of attention. Have any NFL teams reached out to your camp at all?
No, I haven't talked to anybody from the NFL, but I think they're like in the middle of their season still. So, I'm just happy to be the head coach of the Florida Gators right now, getting ready to go to Atlanta. And play for an SEC championship. That's what we work really hard for. I'm going to really just enjoy that.
Thank you.
Goldie.
Yeah, Dan, going back to the 10-game SEC schedule, would you have been in favor of the SEC doing kind of what the ACC did by lopping off a game that really essentially you guys don't need to get to Atlanta?
Hey, I don't care. I want to go. Well, we want to play. We're competitors. We want to go play. So I think a lot of that will determine what the College Football Playoff Committee does. Will determine the future of college football this year. Do you schedule a tough schedule, or do you try to play as many easy games as you can to make sure you don't lose? Or do you go out and play, the hardest schedule and get rewarded for it? So we'll see. I think that'll determine the future of college football a lot. I mean, I'm a big believer in, go out there and go compete. Go play the toughest schedule you can be, and hopefully college football rewards you for doing that. So, the benefit for us, I truly believe our destiny's in our own hands. We got the opportunity to go undefeated at home next week. We have the opportunity to be SEC champions, and, if you do that, I imagine we're going to have an opportunity of going on and playing even bigger games.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Dan.